Missed my opportunity. I didn't get my leg over to block him. He already made his way into this guard position. So from here, my elbows are in. I'm going to bridge towards Steve to create some space because ideally I want to be able to pop this knee in. But as I go ahead and bridge to do my escape, Steve is not giving me any gap for me to be able to poke my knee in there. Every time I bridge and scoop my hips out, he's coming in towards me. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. Okay, now I'm going to bridge towards him, and I even am going to take this palm and kind of stuff it into his armpit. The reality is, if I bridge it, he really pushes into me, then I'm going to push him and roll him over this way as I switch my legs. But practitioners who are a little more experienced, they're going to feel that happen. They're not always going to roll over with you. So now what we're going to work, we're going to kind of start from that position where I've tried those two options, but I'm using them more as a way for me to set up my attack. So I'm going to roll, bridge into Steve, I bump, I roll, he pushes back into me, I push, his arm goes out. As soon as that arm goes out, that's what I was baiting for. I go ahead and slide, and I bring my shin into the arm here. All right, from this position already, if I'm gripping, okay, on the outside of the arm and using this opposing pressure to be able to keep that grip, this will give me some space to either be able to continue to turn, bring my knee in, recover my guard, or if he's staying tight and I don't feel that I can get my leg through there, I can begin some attacks from here. So instead, I'm going to reach over, all right, this leg over the elbow because I want this leg to get over to this cross guard position for my attacks. So once I step over above his elbow, I kind of clamp that down, take the forearm, push on the head, come over the head with my leg, all right, pushing that into position. Now, as soon as I do, if I can, I'm going to grip this sleeve, and immediately I'm going to pull Steve's arm through, reach up with the leg, okay, and I have my triangle submission from there, if I can get this arm. A lot of times, he pulls that arm out. I can't keep a grip on that arm. I still have this, and I can go for some attacks in this arm and so forth, all right? As well as here, I go for this arm, I start to turn, his arm might bend, okay, if it bends, and I can continue to grip and pull his arm up this way, okay, but a lot of times, he's going to keep this arm in tight, he's going to suck his elbow in, so I can't attack that arm so well, all right? From here, as he starts to try to posture up, okay, this gives me a little space for me to scoop my hips out. This also gives him a little bit of protection for his arm. As I attack it, he can suck his elbow in. So at this point, I've got my grip with my inverted triangle. I'm going to take my right hand that's inside. I'm going to reach for the opposite lapel, deep, 4 fingers in, and then I'm going to extend this leg up to bite the head a little more as I pull into the choke. So I have my submission. This hand can hold this arm down. Okay, from here, as I'm reaching for this lapel, if Steve happens to posture up, so I can't hold him down, so when I was letting go, I continue as he postures up to scoot out, and I'm going to switch more to my open cross guard. So in this, I bring this leg out. I'm getting onto the hip over here. If I have the space, I take that leg right out. If I need to make the space, I use my cross guard to push on the hip, get up on my shoulder, bring my foot in and switch my feet. Then this leg can come out wide. Okay, I'm here and I keep my cross grip right over here. I've got this foot in the hip over on this side of Steve. Now, as he starts to come into me, my leg swings out wide. Okay, I'm reaching for his opposite knee if I can, or inside of the close knee, and I'm going to weave this leg in across the belly. I have my submission here as I turn my hips, or Steve doesn't like the feeling of that, he's a little more experienced. As I start to turn my hips, he's going to roll. I scoot in, switch the arm, squeeze the knees, arm bar. So next week, I'll show a couple more variations from that same cross guard position. We'll kind of break into there and we'll go into a few more sweeps and a few more submissions that where we can utilize both that sort of open cross guard as well as the closed cross